Good morning, American Jiu-Jitsu. We are back. We are on tape 5, 4th degree black belt. We will do approximately 5 techniques per tape. We have about 2 more tapes to finish up the Yodan Ippons, which is one-step fighting. At different levels, we teach Ippons, which basically means an attack and a defense. Disregard that loud noise. An attack and a defense. So we ended our last tape with a high wedge attack into what they call a Gaku Hijimatekomi. I want to say, before I forget, that these tapes, more than instructional, are reviewing for students. So when people watch these tapes and they might be confused by the concept, they don't realize everything that preceded getting to this point. We are teaching right now at a master's level, a junior master's level, it's just 4th degree black belt. And the tapes are more for American Jiu-Jitsu students to review and oversee. Everybody's welcome to watch these videos, but before you pass judgment on not understanding what you're watching, the best thing to do is when we open up is come down to the dojo and ask me those questions personally. You can't ask me them on the video, you only could watch them. So before passing judgment, understand there's a lot of things that we do that precede this, okay? You could reach out at AmericanJiujitsuLi@gmail.com if you have any questions. But every day I post a video on American Jiu-Jitsu LI on my Facebook group page, American Jiu-Jitsu LI YouTube, and on our website, which is ajjcenters.com, we have virtual training 6 days a week. You can go there, get our Zoom codes and download those and attend a meeting. If you don't know the password, reach out to another American Jiu-Jitsu student, or again, email me at AmericanJiujitsuLi@gmail.com and I will give you the password. Okay, so today, again, welcome with Shihan, Kathy, and Billy. They've been helping me with these tapes, actually doing all the techniques with tapes, so you can visually see these and work them at home. So again, they're not as much instructional as they are as show me type tapes. To come, we will be having some instruction videos that we'll be promoting. Videos, by the way, are promoted 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday, we post something different, but every Monday and Friday, we will have 1 video posted per day to keep you guys busy and interesting. Remember, I think there's more days behind us than in front of us. I believe that we're gonna open up. My belief, I shouldn't put it on video, but I think it's gonna be about July 15th, but I don't know. We're just gonna follow the rules. We are very, very COVID safe. Mats are sectioned out 6 by 6 downstairs in the spin room. We have all this plastic around the spin bikes when you first come in the reception room. So we're COVID ready, okay? And keeping you safe and healthy. So let's go into our technique. First one's gonna be off of a high wedge attack into a technique called Muroto Hasimi Gatami, which is basically just 2. Muroto is 2, Gatami is arm lock. So we're showing you how to lock a person up from a high wedge. We're using a compression shot, which, think about if you hit somebody in that diaphragm, how that would open up, okay? Open up their hands, and they're gonna use that compression shot to open up them hands, then manipulate them with a fan block into this Muroto Urigatami and lock the person up. So, again, thank you, Kathy and Billy. Let's show you the first technique. High wedge attack. Boom, kick from here and bring it to perfect, okay? Let's go with a right straight punch. On the right straight punch, here's what's gonna happen. This is gonna look like, again, when you watch it on video, it looks like nothing. But again, if you ever wanna experience it or try it or feel it, and that's not a call out, that's just, I'll show you why we do what it is that we do. He's gonna throw a punch in midair, he's gonna snap that person's arm. I know the reaction of people watching this for the first time will say, what if he pulls his arm back? Well, give yourselves a few minutes to see the technique that precedes this or follows this, and then you'll understand what happens if the person pulls it back. Right now, as the person pulls that, throws that punch at you, we're gonna snap that hand. Remember, 2 directions to snap an arm. It's a floating arm bar, we call it. From here, boom. Looks like nothing, right? But if you had that done to you and you weren't expecting it, it's very effective. Now, if the person's arm bends or that technique somehow fails, from here, we're just going to continue in with a technique that we call kata hajime, which that was introduced to you back at the purple belt level. So let's watch that one more time. The hand is extended, which means the armbar is going to work right there. Let's do the armbar first one more time. Boom, it's extended, and you see her jerk reaction because it hurts. But now if her arm bends, he just follows it up from here. Listen, we never go to a gunfight with 1 bullet in our magazine. We go to a gunfight with with as many as that clip holds, and then another clip in our pocket if we have to reload, okay? So when I teach you a technique that might seem, even if you want to call it sensational, which it's not, but if you want to call it sensational or maybe unbelievable, we always have a backup technique. Even in jiu-jitsu, which is very misunderstood, when we do a submission technique like a wrist manipulation, if that manipulation don't work, we have an armbar. If that technique don't work, we have a punch in the face. If that technique, we have a knee. We call it the domino theory. We never just do one thing. We never think that one thing might be enough. It might be. If I poke you in the eye, that might be enough. If it's not, I hit you in the throat. If it don't, I hit you in the diaphragm. If it don't, I hit you in the groin. So again, when you're watching these tapes and you make an evaluation or judgment, you have to realize that this is just one of the bullets that you're seeing when you're watching these videos. So please enjoy, and if you have any questions, like I said, email me or come down to the dojo when we reopen up. Next technique is gonna be a technique off of straight punch. And now some of you grapplers will be familiar with some of this technique because it's what they call a suki nage. He's gonna parry the hand, he's gonna get behind the person with a various of strikes, and then he's gonna sweep the person down to the ground, and then he's gonna pin him in what you might be familiar with again is a north-south position, because of where he ends up, and then he's gonna do a choke from a top position, okay? So there's the punch, comes in, suki nage, comes down, goes to the top part, brings that hand up, and then chokes the person out, putting pressure on the windpipe and the back of the neck. Let's see that one more time. From here, he parries and fans. From here, ridges to the groin. Right from here, gets in front. There's your suki nage. From here, drops down, and from here, takes the person out. We are not too much in favor of dropping down to the ground in a fight if we don't have to, because if that second attacker is there, we're going to be vulnerable. We do teach groundwork at American Jiu-Jitsu, but we teach it from a self-defense standpoint, which means that we don't follow the rules. We're not comparing ourselves to a grappler. We respect all arts, but we can gouge into the eye, we can hit into the throat, we can grab that groin. It doesn't mean we discard the skills of the grappler. We respect the skills of the grappler. It just means that the grappler typically learns the techniques to be done in the fairness of their event that they're entertaining or doing. We don't do that simply because we don't compete. So that's why we call it combative jiu-jitsu, okay? So the next technique is a straight punch where he sees it at the last minute. He spins very quickly and avoids the punch. Maybe his off balance was thrown a little bit. He comes all the way around, grabs the person's shoulder and takes them into a technique which we refer to as Yushiri Rotu, which is two, and brings the person down in a Rimini-Gay style type technique. It's a brutal technique if you do it to somebody. So from here, he sees it, he spins, he takes both hands on the shoulders, boom. Now, if you saw Shihan go to the face, that's the brutal way of doing the technique. When we first introduce to the students, we do tell them to take the shoulders down. But when you get to the higher level where Shihan, Kathy, and Billy is, and it's only just because of safety, we go into exactly how he does it. We grab that face and we dump right down to the ground because where the head goes, the body follows. So we first show it in a little bit of a, not a compromise, but a little bit of a safer way, and then we get into that technique where it gets a little bit more brutal. So do his shoulders first, okay? So from here, he comes around from here. Now stop at the shoulders. From here, and just grab the shoulders and he can dump her down, all right? Now he can do that same technique if he chose to, and just put a bear claw around both of her eyes, and we kind of do this at the next level. It's the same technique, it's just much more brutal. Demonstrate it just to show, because you kind of did show it. From here, comes around to the face and just dumps her right down, which is a brutal technique. Your head hits the ground like that, it's gonna cause possible permanent damage, all right? We never have the intent to hurt, kill, maim, or torture. We have the intent to defend ourselves. One thing I've preached to my students over the many years of teaching is that nobody has a right to hurt us and we don't have the right to hurt people, but we do have a right to defend ourselves. So when we defend ourselves, we're gonna defend ourselves in a way that we're gonna walk away from the situation and the other person might not. So what we did today is 5 techniques, okay? If you don't mind, we'll just go through them one time quickly without explanation. The first one was that high wedge with a kick into Roto Hashime Gatame. Beautiful. The next technique was that straight punch, let's do them separately, was the arm bar from here. Remember, the arm is extended and bang, there's the pain. Now she bends the arm, he comes right in and does that kataha jimmy, okay? The next technique was off that straight punch into that Yushiro technique, the suki nage, where he takes the person down. So from here, strikes, comes up, goes behind, falls down, or gets pulled down from here and takes the person down with a very effective choke, okay? And the last technique at this level, or in this tape, is gonna be the one that you just saw where he spins around, takes the person down using the shoulders and bring the person down. Yeah, from there to the shoulders, bring the person down. Remember when watching these videos, please be careful. Do not use them on people who don't know how to fall. You know, Kathy is taking all the falls. She volunteered for that. You know, she and Billy is doing all the throws, but they've both been training for over 25 years and they know how to take these falls. We also have, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars worth of padding and mats here, so it keeps it safe. So if you're watching these videos at home, please hope you enjoy, but don't try it on your little brother or your sister or something like that, because that would be really brutal. It's a crazy environment out there today, all right? But you know, we have to remember that good outweighs bad. We've been through a lot with you know, the crisis, but I do believe it's gonna be coming to an end, and I do believe there's a new normal on the horizon very, very shortly. So hopefully you're staying home healthy and safe. Hopefully you're following proper procedures. The dojo, I believe, will be opening up soon. You guys will be the first to know. Thank you for the support and always watching these videos. Remember, American Jiu-Jitsu LI, YouTube, Facebook, and my Gmail address, ajjcenters.com. We'll give you all the Zoom codes to do our virtual training. In the meantime, stay home healthy and safe. Thank you very much for viewing. Thank you, Kathy and Billy, for helping. And we will see you soon at the dojo. Have a great day.